The silence for hundreds of children. Kate Kelly reports this week's Jefferson Award winner has her own husband and children involved in her passion for helping other families.
He wasn't making any sounds. He wasn't talking, not making any sounds whatsoever.
Eric Jennings' son David was just 2 years old when doctors diagnosed a developmental speech delay that makes it difficult to process and form words.
We were very upset and very anxious to figure out what we're going to do next.
Do you like pizza? Pizza dough.
Fortunately, David's parents found Happy Talkers and Charlene Sigman, founder of this full immersion speech and language program for children.
I've always loved working with children, and I had my bachelor's degree in dance, and so I worked a lot with children with special needs initially that were very severely impaired, just doing movement therapy.
But it was a medical emergency that focused Charlene's work on speech therapy.
You know, my mom was very ill and had a stroke, and I also got to see the therapy that she was going through, and I realized that this is a wonderful field.
She got her master's in education and communication disorders and launched Happy Talkers 5 years ago. She started her unique program with just 4 children working out of her Pleasanton home, but it grew quickly, as did word of her small miracles.
Say hi.
Hi.
Soon Charlene's husband Mitch and their 2 children were literally living out of their bedroom, turning over the rest of their house to Happy Talkers.
This would have probably made a nice bedroom for one of the kids, but instead this is one of our therapy rooms.
Eventually, the Sigmans outgrew their home, and last year they leased office space here in Dublin. But already they're experiencing growing pains.
Old MacDonald had a farm.
Today, there's a staff of 23 and programs for 200 children a week. Funding comes from school districts, insurance, individual families, but no one is turned away because of lack of money.
Getting kind of big.
What do you mean?
And it's become a family affair. Husband Mitch recently quit his job to work full-time alongside his wife.
When you see these families and you see these kids and you see what a difference Charlene is making, you can't help but want to do everything you can to help her.
It's hard to see a child that's not talking or not able to communicate or interact with their environment, and we do our best to make it normal for them. And when a parent comes to me and said, he did this today, or he said this today, or he signed more for me for the first time, and they're so happy, that's what does it for me.
We wouldn't know where we would be if we didn't find Charlene. I mean, David's he's learned leaps and bounds, and we don't know where we would be without her.
Goodbye, Jordan. It's time to say goodbye.
For helping families and children with disabilities and helping develop every child to his or her full potential, this week's Jefferson Award goes to Charlene Sigman. Kate Kelly, CBS 5 Eyewitness News.
Click on the Jefferson Awards on CBS5.com to learn more about Happy Talkers and find ways you can volunteer. More winner profiles are also in the Sunday Chronicle.